I'm PirelliCarGuy. This is Adam Sifidaskalakis. This is our top 5 most hated European cars. Adam, why don't you start this off? I did the last one.
Certainly. Alright. So I got my list here. It's wrong, so we're just gonna go. My least most hated car, if that makes sense. We had this discussion when we did domestic. We couldn't, as long as you understand. BMW 1 Series. It's too small, and I don't like BMW. That being said, there are worse European cars. Like the BMW X6, which he's going to disagree about.
Yes, I love that car. Your head is still getting tough.
Jeez, I'm just gonna sit like this then. I don't know. I'm not a BMW guy.
I'm not.
If I had to buy a German car, it'd either be a Mercedes or an Audi. Not a BMW. BMW owners just have this certain air about them. Now
just defended a whole nother group of
my uncle owns a BMW, so
it still doesn't make it okay. That's like saying something offensive about Italians, but saying, "Oh, but I'm Italian, so it's okay." It's still not okay. You offended somebody somewhere. I've offended
BMW owners.
He's offended me. I don't own a BMW, but you've been offended.
Oops.
Whatever. Anyways.
I've forgotten my next,
I like the X6.
I've forgotten my next list. Oh,
your
okay.
Next list or your next car?
My entire list, I've forgotten it. My next car on my list is the Mercedes G-Class.
G-Wagon.
I've offended the G-Wagon. I've offended G-Wagon owners.
No. I hate AMG. AMG is for stupid people. AMG is stupid.
You've just offended AMG owners. And stupid people.
97% of the world population.
Is that a statistical fact? You know they say 87% of statistics are just made up on the spot.
Is that made up?
Hey, I don't know. It could be true.
Well, so could the 90... whatever I said.
He doesn't remember.
97% of people are stupid.
Fair enough.
Everyone but me.
No, I think you fit into that category very well.
Oh!
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say everyone's stupid, including myself. The entire Earth's population is just stupid.
We're idiots, especially the newer generation of people.
Too much technology. They have to. We know too much technology as we have our phones in our laps. We haven't learned to rely on our own instincts.
I can't remember numbers, like phone numbers. I have a phone.
That's why we have a phone book in our phone.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways,
we've just explained the joke to you. Second on my list. So my second least favorite is the Volvo XC70,
which I like. I mean, yeah, it's a soccer mom's car, but
see, first of all, it's not because it's a Volvo, because Ford used to own Volvo.
Yeah.
And I like Ford.
Haven't you seen the styling, the side view of your car? Looks like a Volvo. The side of a Ford Fusion looks like a Volvo S60.
And then the front looks like an Aston Martin, and the back looks like a Jaguar.
Yes, it does.
Which is all three of those companies were owned by Ford.
Go figure.
Ford's doing something right. Well, you revving the engine there, having fun?
No, my foot slipped.
Oh, his foot slipped, folks. Anyway, it's not because it's a Volvo. It's a station wagon. It's not very attractive. And I get bitter every time I see a Volvo station wagon.
Why do you get bitter, Adam?
Because back in January, I got rear-ended by a Volvo station wagon. It wasn't my fault, though.
That one wasn't your fault.
That one wasn't my fault. We're not going to talk about the Trailblazer. We don't need to.
Because you ran the red light?
Because that was my fault. I admit it, and now I have a new Fusion.
Alright, well, I guess that's the silver lining.
Let's talk about my least favorite car, my most hated car. Fiat 500.
I was about to say I disagree with you, but yes, I do disagree with you. Somewhat.
What? But the
with
Fiat
your choice. Not with your choice, but of your location of it.
See,
I feel like it could have been swapped with the 1 Series, for instance.
But as you know, I hate small cars.
That's true.
And the Fiat 500 is even smaller than the 1 Series.
True, but you know what? I'm even more of a surprise. I'm surprised the G-Wagon made it, or the XC70 actually, and my #1 most hated car didn't make it.
I'm not sure what his #1 most hated car is. We'll have to see. Why don't you... So you've got my list. BMW, Mercedes, Volvo, Fiat. Which, if you say Fiat, it sounds like you're saying fat with a weird accent.
Fiat.
Did I just offend fat people, or did I offend Fiat? We don't...
No, I'm not offended. It's all good.
I'm not offended either, so...
Anyways, now that we've tried to offend ourselves and it hasn't worked.
Yes. Let's talk about his list.
Yes. Oh,
Your least most hated.
let me just reply to this text.
This is what we're talking about, that whole technology thing.
Okay.
The Prius is still there. It's awful. I'm gonna go look away because it's gonna hurt my eyes.
Number 5 on my list. The Volkswagen Passat. I don't know why I hate it. I'm not a big Volkswagen person. Although I do love the new Beetle. Especially if you get one of the lower trim models, you get the 50 style hubcaps on it.
Oh,
The silver...
looks like a pizza plate.
Yeah, exactly. Those are cool. And, you know, you get a diesel in them, and I love diesels.
I do like how if you get the Volkswagen Beetle, you can get the LEDs on the headlights. And I like the LED lights.
Right. So yeah, Volkswagen Passat, there's just something about it.
I need to see the new Passat. Let me Google it, because I have no clue what Passat he's talking about.
I'm just talking about the Passat in general.
In general?
Pretty much the new one. To me, it's an overpriced Jetta.
Don't you hate the Volkswagen Jetta, too?
I do hate the Jetta. But I love diesel, so I can't hate it too much. So yeah. Number 4 on the list, and this is where I disagreed with Adam, is the Fiat 500. I dislike the Fiat 500 greatly. Which is weird, because I love pretty much any Italian car they make. And there is a spot where the 500, and your head is cut off again. You need to lean towards me.
Sorry about that.
There is a spot where the 500 and Fiat redeem themselves, and that's with the new 500L. The SUV version of the 500 is fantastic.
I'm just going to interrupt. You're right. It is just a more expensive, bigger looking Jetta.
I told you.
Volkswagen, what are you doing?
The same thing Porsche's doing. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, the Boxster looks like the 911, and the 911 looks like the Panamera.
And the 911 is just a fancy Volkswagen Beetle.
Exactly. And the Panamera looks like the Cayenne. And the Cayman fits in there somewhere. I think it's... Oh, no, it goes Boxster, Cayman, 911.
I don't own a Porsche, so I don't know. Or is it Porsche?
Porsche.
Porsche.
Depends on who you are.
Porsche.
If you don't own a Porsche... See?
If you don't own a Porsche,
one, it's a Porsche.
Once you buy one, it's a Porsche.
Porsche. Not to be confused with Ellen's wife. Anyways.
Shout out to Ellen DeGeneres for being awesome.
Can totally tag her name in this now. Ellen, watch us. It'd be awesome to be on her show.
Could you imagine? Imagine you're watching Ellen one day and we walk out.
That'd be bad. We'd offend a lot of people.
Oh, man.
Anyways. Fiat 500, number 4. Number 3 on the list, the Audi TT.
That was almost my number. That was almost on my list. I had to get rid of it for something else.
I hate it.
Didn't you look at the Audi TT? That bright orange one.
I glanced at it because it was bright orange.
See, I have a problem with a bright orange car. It's because I don't like orange. I may have just offended the color orange. I don't like orange on a car. Don't get me wrong, I like orange. I mean, oranges are my favorite fruit, and those are orange. And orange is turn signals. Those are useful.
Nobody uses them, but yeah, they're useful.
Especially if you live in Connecticut, then no one knows what a turn signal is.
Now I'm just going to interrupt. Look at what's pulling in right now. The other car I looked at for my first car.
Oh!
A Cadillac DTS.
We need to talk about that story.
Which one?
The mistake we almost made for our first car story.
We were talking... Oh, we do. That was when we screwed up. I almost made the mistake of buying a horrible car. The Cadillac STS, which I'm glad I didn't.
The older one. The newer ones aren't that...
They don't make the STS anymore.
The newer relatively.
No.
There's slightly newer ones. But you wanted one of the older ones.
No, I wanted one like a 2007. It's still an STS. It still sucks.
I don't know Cadillac.
The DTS is still stupid. They replaced them with the XTS and ATS, which is good.
I don't even know what a DTS is.
It's like a big version of the CTS. And the STS was his bigger version of the CTS. The DTS was a bigger version of the STS.
Which was a bigger version of the CTS, which was the car.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the CTS stands for. The STS is the Seville touring sedan. The DTS was the DeVille touring sedan. I don't know what the CTS is.
Something touring sedan.
Probably.
City touring sedan.
But I don't understand the whole CTS-V.
The V is for very fast. You just say it was lower, very fast.
I thought that was the worst first car mistake you could ever make. And then Adam told me about his first almost car. Before
I bought the 2010 Fusion, I looked at a Dodge Avenger.
Otherwise known as the Dodge Offender.
Yeah, it was actually, you know, it gets better because you want to know where the Dodge, I almost said Dodge Offender, want to know where that Dodge Avenger, that Dodge Avenger.
Where did it come from, Adam?
Barbarino Nissan.
Oh.
I don't think we're allowed to talk about Barbarino Nissan. Didn't we establish that last video? Mm-hmm. Point is, terrible combination. Fortunately, I came to my senses before I bought a Dodge Avenger.
And I feel bad for Lamborghini.
Why's that?
Because as we were driving by Barbarino Nissan today...
They had a Lamborghini.
2010 Gallardo.
Normally I wouldn't sympathize with Lamborghini, but...
It's at Barbarino Nissan. Poor thing. Bow your heads. Anyways. Where was I on my list?
That was almost like a Top Gear thing.
It was.
Huh.
I think we watched too much TV.
Yeah.
Sorry, Top Gear. Hope you don't mind. Don't sue us. Alright, so yeah, Audi TT. Number 2 on the list, the BMW 1 Series. It's stupid. It's ugly.
It's too small.
It's ugly.
It is ugly.
It comes in an ugly convertible. All cloth top convertibles are ugly. Lamborghini, you too. It's ugly. It's expensive for what it is.
How much is it?
$32,000 starts.
$32,000 for that?
Mm-hmm.
$32,000 for that?
Mm-hmm.
$32,000 gets you a nice loaded V6 Premium Mustang. But this isn't about American cars. This $32,000 gets you a nice Mercedes. Well,
a nice used Mercedes, yeah.
Nice, but used cars.
That's actually almost what a base C class is.
Brand new, or
yeah.
Save up a little, work an extra month, buy a nice Mercedes. Don't buy a BMW.
I hate Mercedes. I will always buy a BMW over Mercedes.
What about Audi?
I will always buy a BMW over Audi.
And I would rather have a Mercedes or an Audi before I even looked at a BMW.
Anyways.
Number 1 on your list.
And I have to love BMW because they own Mini. And I love Minis.
And I don't. Tell me your number 1.
So this is the car that I thought would make it on your number 1 list.
Oh.
Because when we did the domestic cars, we thought the same thing for our number 1 most hated car.
Right, we did. The minivan.
Minivans. So clearly... my number 1 most hated European car, Volkswagen...
the
Crouton. The Volkswagen Crouton.
No, now you've just defended croutons.
I don't care. Volkswagen shouldn't have named it the Routon. The Routon.
Routon. See, we were at Wallingford Buick GMC earlier, and they had a Volkswagen
Routon
minivan. Volkswagen minivan.
Routon.
Routon.
I think it's Routon. Somebody out there on the YouTube world,
tell us how to pronounce it.
Please help us pronounce this vehicle.
In fact,
until then, I'm referring to it as the Volkswagen Crouton.
I remember a commercial for the Touareg where they had people.
The Touareg.
The Touareg. They had a commercial where it was just them going around trying to get people to pronounce it. Real stupid commercial.
Volkswagen, you suck at naming cars.
Volkswagen, what are you doing?
Making Passats that look
just
like
big Jettas.
That are more expensive.
At least Jetta is easy to say, but what's a Jetta? A little Passat?
We're going to offend people. We should probably be careful. Might get some, like, racer boy. We might offend some racer boy who's going to find us.
But we didn't insult the Golf GTI yet.
Don't get me started on that car.
We may have just offended Golf GTI owners.
Alright, let me just say something. You racer boys out there, you know, your souped-up Subarus and
souped-up Subaru.
your souped-up Honda Civics. Those are the worst.
But see, you said racer. That I can't qualify a Honda as a racer. We have enough.
Those not. Racer is the same as a racer.
Oh, well, I mean,
racer boy is the driver.
And then a racer is the car.
Yes.
Civic Si is perfect example.
But see, you get these idiots who have like the Honda Civic CX or whatever the base model EX.
EX, DX.
Whatever.
Something X.
I think the DX was a Scion.
No, that was the XD.
Whatever.
I think it's EX.
You get these idiots who buy these base model Civics and put a fart can on them and a huge spoiler that costs more than the entire car, and they think they'll just blow you away.
See,
in a Prius, and you're in a Prius, and you win.
See, my car has a spoiler, but it's one of the nice, very subtle factory.
I don't like spoilers. I use it in bed. I don't like spoilers.
It's very nice, subtle factory spoiler. It's not bad. Then you get, it looks like they attached an airplane to the back of their car.
Right, exactly.
You don't need downforce in a car with less than 300 horsepower. You're not going anywhere. Oh, if I don't put the spoiler on the floor of my Honda Civic, it's just go, woo!
No, it doesn't happen.
It really doesn't.
Idiots. I will race... No, I'm not going to say that. I will not do that, because I will make myself look like an idiot. Anyways, please.
Stop making minivans.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't what I was going to say, but please stop making minivans.
We don't want to do this minivan thing anymore. Buy an SUV.
Please. You SUVs, better gas. Well,
there's a Dodge Caravan right there. It's one of the old 90s Dodge Caravans.
I saw that. Remember when there was Plymouth minivans? Remember when there was a Plymouth?
Remember when minivans only used to have 3 doors?
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact. I'm going to completely change the subject to talk about domestic cars.
No.
The Ford Windstar, the old one with the 1 door on the side, the driver's door was actually longer than the passenger front door because of that. So you had more room.
Of course it was.
Yeah, it was. Which is weird.
Anyways.
I don't like Ford. I like Ford, not the Windstar.
Please. You guys that buy these cars and put fart cans and...
Cars.
Yeah, cars. I don't know, some of them are nice.
If you're gonna put
you just have these idiots who buy them and think they're race cars and put these huge spoilers that would make it... These spoilers that would look small on a semi-truck. For real. Stop. What? Obviously, if you buy stuff like that, you like cars. Have the intelligence enough to not do it. That makes you look stupid.
I mean, I'm all for modifying your cars, but do it tastefully. If you want to put a spoiler on...
You don't need the wing of a Boeing 747 on your car!
Thank you. If you're going to put a spoiler on the back of your car, subtle is good.
Or the pedestal. The pedestal spoiler from Ford for the Mustang. That's nice.
Yeah, that's really nice. Or
it's not stupid. It's not a Boeing 747.
And that's one of the that's one of the larger comes up from the hood, the trunk ones.
Yeah.
Even or you know what's really nice is just a little lip on the back.
Like the Camaro has.
Or like the Mustang spoiler if you get the
camera.
rear, the rear camera. It's just a little lip, nice, classy, simple.
Anyways, I'm PirelliCarGuy. This is Sidoffle Waffle. This has been our top 5 most hated European cars.
There's another Prius.
There's Priuses, minivans. There's a Volkswagen Jetta there. Some lady just sitting there watching us. People are watching us a lot because we're in a car talking to each other.
Could be weird. We could be talking to ourselves. That's probably what the Prius lady thinks. We're 2 people sitting in a car having conversations with ourselves.
Yeah, she probably doesn't even think we're talking to each other.
Why don't they just turn and talk to each other? I've just defended old ladies.
Anyways.
We should probably end the video now.
That's the end. Thanks for watching. Subscribe on YouTube, PirelliCarGuy. Like us on Facebook, Gearhead Auto. Follow me on Twitter, PirelliCarGuy. Are you on Twitter?
I am, but it's my actual me.
Do you want people to follow you?
They can if they want. Twitter, Zoo Tycoon 223. Like the game. That's also my YouTube, if you want to check that out.
YouTube him. Twitter him. Probably Facebook him. You have his name.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
Oh, there's 2 of me. Look for the picture of me, not the picture of the Carnival ship funnel. That's an old account.
Anyways, that's PirelliCarGuy. Sidoffle Waffle. Thanks for watching.